Hello everybody, here recently, I have been, going and playing Minecraft, and I've decided I wanted to take a break. If you don't know, I had said in the past that I plan on doing a mix of gaming and digital art, but you see, the thing is for me, is digital art is something that I always go back to. So that's like one thing that I will always do. Like even if I quit doing one thing, digital art is something I go back to all the time. Um so as you can see, I'm gonna try and draw a little bit. I've never drawn her before, so at least if I have, no, okay. Um so I think I may have drawn her. No. Okay, no I didn't. Um I'm going to try and draw her today. I don't have any experience, so I've also decided I'm going to use like two styles of drawing her. Like I'll do like wait. Oh, my stylus is bad. I'm having delay. That's the one issue I've began to realize while drawing. Okay. No stylus. It's just not doing the way I want it to. So, I'm gonna draw. This is why I don't do these kind of videos, because I find a way to maneuver it, but it's fine. I'm just too lazy to redraw this later, so I'm gonna put one right here, and then I'm gonna have one right here. I'll try and keep them separated. So, I don't have many inspiration photos for lolbit in the way of design. I'm just going to use the references I see, and I'm going to try and incorporate my own style, as I've seen other people do. I was inspired actually by people drawing FNAF 1 characters, FNAF 2 characters, FNAF 3. I don't know how much I'm gonna draw, but for this specifically, I only have plans to draw Mango and Lolbit, because Mango and Lolbit were two characters that I really liked growing up, and they were the only ones that I really, really liked, that I was like, oh, because my cousin and I, when we were growing up, we were just crazy over Mango and Lolbit, and I loved Lolbit. I like her color scheme. I like how she has orange and white and purple incorporated into her design. And then I like how Mango is a completely different contrast. I think what frustrates me about Lolbit is she was not shown earlier on. And I feel like I wish she was in the game sooner. Like, I know she was in the sister location, but in my mind, Lolbit is one of the first people that I think of, because I've never, seen her. Wait, no. I've like, okay, I've never seen her in the FNAF games early on, but I would always see fan art of her, and it just feels weird because I feel like For something that was supposed to take place later, I saw her, as early as FNAF World. And I started thinking, why was she shown later when she could have been shown sooner? But, that's actually what my drawing is inspired off of. It's not inspired off of Sister Location. If I really wanted to, I could make one, but I don't know. I like it usually even, so I hope it's gonna work that way. Another reason why I don't think I do digital art videos like this and I only do speed paints is you would see me zoomed in all the time, and I don't know if that would annoy anybody. But, we'll see. It is a force of habit, and and with the time that I've been drawing digitally, and it's been quite a few years now, I'm a perfectionist, so I try to get everything the best I can. And my significant other knows that. I was gonna use the little reference thing here, but the colors just aren't exact whenever I do so. So it's just easier to do it the way that I'm doing it. I was actually gonna give her leg warmers, but I would need to shrink the design down some just to do so. Which is fine for the most part, but I need to redecorate some stuff. And get rid of that. Usually when I'm not happy with something, I'll go in and redo stuff. I have a specific way that I do the face than I do everything else. And it's also my first time streaming this, because usually I only stream, like, you know what I mean, like, this isn't streaming obviously, but I usually only show this whenever I'm on Discord streaming for my friends. I've never genuinely recorded for like YouTube or anything. Now, I wanted to, but I wanted to wait until I've gotten better at art and, you know, draw a lot before I just jump right into it. Because that's how I am with a lot of things. I don't jump in anything, I give it time and wait it out. I'm not a fan of jumping into things personally, but I don't have anything against people who do. I'm trying to think of how to incorporate the design, because I don't have a design actually for her, so I will probably give her a scarf, because I think that I am pretty good at drawing those. I have drawn those numerous amounts of time. Also, I don't know how other people could look at my art style, but I know that I'm watching art videos and I'm trying to learn different things, so that's kind of been my New Year goal, just to work on changing my art, doing different things. I think I have a design in my mind that I could do for her. Now, I am the type of person, once I figured out layers and everything, I started doing like a lot of layers and stuff like that. Now that orange didn't feel exact, the one that was used in the image, but that's fine. I have a specific color in mind for her already, so whatever is not exact in this photo is fine. I'm thinking of giving her like pants where she has like 2 little stripes going down the side. Just making it different. I don't have any experience drawing her, and I'd say the only one I actually have experience in drawing is Mangle, and I'd have to show an old drawing that I've made of her. But, you know, depending on how long this takes me, I may not even be able to draw Mangle for this video, but I'll do it in the next video. Like, I'll make a second video today, more than likely, and just upload it to my YouTube. It takes roughly an hour, usually, for me to draw. So, that's another problem of why I don't do these types of videos. Because I feel like I'd have to edit a lot out, and because I can only record for 30 to 40 minutes, I was gonna give her a bow, I think, on the chest, but I think I changed my mind once I did this. So, I don't actually know what to do. Now, another thing I do is I do an off color to give a difference to it. And these are temporary colors usually, they're not permanent. Trying to think how this would work. I don't know what other people would say about my art style. I think it's one of those give or take, you either like it or you don't like it. I've kind of drawn like this for a while, and honestly the fact that I can draw to the best of my ability is at least enough for me. I always seem to do that on accident. I've definitely improved in art though. I used to never have certain things I'd done, but now I do things that I'd never done within the last 2 years. But I'd also say that I've been working on getting better, using new things, using references, so I can, you know, have more practice before I just like throw myself out there and just upload art videos. I wanted to make a video art related that's not a speed paint for once. Usually I'm pretty confident in my speed paints, but as you could probably tell, I'm not so confident with drawing. But then again, you know, recording time and only being able to draw for 30-40 minutes, and I think I'm doing pretty good at the time I'm at right now. Because I am at I'm at 19 minutes. I'm gonna look where I don't see any existing color. This is bugging. Oh, wait. There we go. But yeah, I love her design that is in the main game. It's very interesting. I think giving her this color would be good. Either that or I can do this like cream looking color. I'd say the cream color looks better. In my opinion. I was gonna do two drawings of her separately, like one view and then like the side view, but I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time to do that particularly. So this is the hairstyle I've decided on for her. I think it would look good on her. Originally, I was gonna make her hair like short in the back, long in the front. Wait, no, I'm sorry. Short in the front, long in the back. Did I just accidentally say that dyslexically the first time? I've done that before. I've definitely said things and then it ends up so dyslexic like and I'm like, ah. So, because lolbit likes money, I would say that, in my personal opinion, she would be the type of person to be, like, not so like Mr. Krabs, but like, she would have like a business, and I feel like she would be the type of person to, sell you stuff and get deals, because I feel like she's trying to get money. She's trying to be a millionaire. Now I could be wrong. I think that if I gave her a personality myself, she wants to be a millionaire, but she wants to be a millionaire to help others out. Like her friends, like say Mangle for example, or her other friends, like whenever the pizzeria's shut down so much, maybe she wants to just, help the others. Like maybe she wants to buy a home. So she started working like from top to bottom. She started working from, working as like at a restaurant, and then eventually she got higher up. She went to college, got that experience she needed. And then after college, she got into working again. But I would say that time she started working more differently. Like, she started working full time in the past, but now she works part time so she can balance like school and work. Because she is the type of person, she sees need in always working on her education, so she doesn't feel like she has to stick with one job. And because of the things that her friends have gone through, I think she wants to make her own pizzeria, maybe. She wants to, entertain the kids and make them happy. And I think she wants to, I don't know what this is. I think she wants to, like, buy parts for Ballora, because she knows that Ballora cannot see. She feels like she could get Ballora some eyesight if she, works as hard as she does. I think that lolbit is the type of person, she wants to start from the bottom and work her way up. And she always told her mom, assuming that, she has one, or a guardian, that she wants to, work and, have her own success. Like, her parents, for example, could be millionaires, but I feel like that doesn't mean that she's a millionaire. That means that her parents worked for what they got, and she wants to do the same thing. I just personally think that, I think that looks better. I personally think that she is very independent. She may have started off working before she even met like Freddie and them. She probably started working at like 16 years old or 15, and she was working early so that she could get her dream job, whatever that may be. And I think maybe she wanted to take a high approach and start like getting in that real estate or something, because with her liking money, I feel like she would want to buy that. And I think with the fact that her friends are struggling with the lawsuits and the pizzeria stuff, assuming again in my mind that she would be, with the FNAF 1 people, because that's personally where I see her. I know that's not where she is, but then again, it's just my story, and, it could just be as simple as she was still with the FNAF 1 people, or the FNAF 1 people joined her, and it's like her, Ballora, and some of the others. Because we really don't know what happened to the animatronics once they disappeared. Or at least, I personally don't know, but I would like to think that they're still around. I don't know what to do. I'm changing my mind a lot because I think that this looks better, so I may just scrap this completely and just work on this, or maybe I will work on it again later. I don't know. I'm liking how this looks so far. But yeah, I think lolbit is more of the person that she wants to work for anything she has. She wants to be independent like her mom and her dad. I would say her dad is probably a lawyer, which means that whenever kids would be mean to her in school and bully her, she would say, like, if you don't, like, leave me alone, I'm gonna go and tell my dad, because, he's a lawyer, so I think she does stuff like that for the better, because she doesn't really like her parents' status being known, but she was also raised to, be told by her dad, like, if you get bullied, tell me, and, we'll sue them, especially if they do anything that they shouldn't. And it's because he's very sweet and protective of his daughter growing up. And, you would think because he's a lawyer he would get involved in the pizzeria situation, but I think that when lolbit got older, she said, like, she wanted to, again, do her own thing. So her dad may not even know of everything on that. I think that the pizzeria is somewhere that she felt a part of, almost like joining club activities and stuff. Like, she found the people that she really liked, and that happened to be like Mangle, Freddy, Ballora, Foxy, and them. And I would say, in context, for me personally, her best friend is Mangle. Because I've always seen her and Mangle in my mind as like a kid growing up, 13 years old. I would say that I've seen her and Mangle as best friends. Now, for all I know, they could be sisters, but this is just a thought. I don't actually know personally. Because, growing up, I feel like these are two different people that happen to be foxes. I don't assume anything when it comes to the fandom. I don't assume that someone is related because they're a fox. I don't assume that anything like that. But it makes me think, though, that if they are related, for one thing, I think I would ship lolbit with Foxy, as long as, they're not related. But again, as I said, I don't think that just because they're a fox that they're related. I think that people have a different perspective. But I think it's like saying, we're human, but just because we're human doesn't mean that we're all related. We all have our own parents, and, for all we know, like, one of them could be a cousin to the other. But I feel like there was no made connection to these characters as siblings or family, and the only one that was said, at least to me, was that it was that obviously the Afton family. So far, I'm really liking her design. It's really pretty. As you can tell, I've changed her design a lot, but I think it looks better than it did before. I would say I'm almost done with her design so far. Again, I'm probably gonna scrap the other circle that I have. If you guys have, like, any experience of drawing lolbit or, like, any FNAF characters, I would love to know. I love watching people draw these characters in their own style. I haven't seen anyone draw lolbit. I don't know if that's just because I haven't had that experience per se to watch a video of that. I'm hoping that because people are doing it in order and I didn't, because I didn't want to, that I will see drawings of lolbit, or maybe I just haven't, scrolled and looked enough on other people's drawings. For some odd reason, this is not doing so well for me. Oh wait, no, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so this is not working the way that I want it to, and because of that, I'm going to go ahead and remove this. Wait, I messed up. I know what I was trying to do, but I just messed up. That was all. That happens sometimes. I think I really like the design for her. It's very different. I've never seen anyone draw her, and you know, I could always go back and draw her. If I don't like the design type of thing. I would say that I did not have enough time to draw Mangle for this, so I will definitely consider doing that another time. I hope that you guys like the video. I'm actually about to close up, as you can tell with the time and everything as well, by the time that I'm finishing this. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. So I actually really enjoyed drawing lolbit. I know she's not done per se, but I'm very close to finishing her up with what little bits I do have to finish. Now, I would give her orange looking bangs, but I just don't want to risk it. I think that this looks good too so far, given that some lining will be removed. And then I'm going to put her signature thing in once I get rid of these lines. So I would say that is pretty much lolbit. By the end of this video, I'm going to, like, for the thumbnail, I'm going to give the background and everything and work on, you know, combining all my layers or whatever. I don't know. Maybe I will just do... There we go. should know where the blush is. Is it this one? Yeah. Now, I have a certain way I do some blush now that I didn't do in the past. But I think this looks good so far. I have like little things I need to edit. And then I would say it looks good. Oh. So, I would say from now on, whenever I do these kind of videos, I'm going to just focus on one thing and then see if I have enough time for another, because from what this has been, I only had time to do one person. So I would say that next time I will definitely plan on one, then make another video for another. So I would say that I could either draw Mingle today or I could draw her another time, because I don't want my videos to just be gaming videos. I want them to more so reflect on my art journey. And I think that's the biggest thing. And I don't think I would ever just get rid of art. It's not that simple. It's something I do on almost an everyday or every other day basis. So, I'm gonna add her ears real quick. Or attempt to, I should say. I don't know if I like her ears. I don't know. I think they look, okay. But, I don't have to have the ears. If I don't want to. Yeah, the ears are just not cutting it. Okay. I think I figured out how I want to draw her ears. Oops, not mean to do that. So, just like that, I would say she is done. Oh. I lagged some. we have lolbit. If you guys would like to see more videos, please let me know. I'm going to be drawing Mangle, and I'm going to also at some point be drawing my favorite character, Marionette, aka the puppet. I don't have any experience in drawing other FNAF characters as well as lolbit, so I was very surprised by the results. I might start doing more speed paint since this took me like 45 minutes to do. Or maybe I'll start off with the base already having the anatomy done, and then I'll start the process of getting all the colors in. That's what I'm pretty much thinking for the most part. So then I can get the basic parts done and figured out. Unfortunately, I'm very, perfectionist-like, so anything that I try and do, if it don't feel right, I will go back and tamper with it some until it gets just the amount that I need it to look. So I always zoom in on details and get everything in the best I can. There we go. So yeah, if you guys would like any more videos relating to this, I would be more than happy to. I think she looks very cute. I think she looks spot on to, in a way, what I would have made her look like with her color palette. I don't really know. Oh wait. There we go. That always seems to happen to me. But anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye!